All right. We are going live here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me make sure I get the mic. All right. Hey, what's going on, fellas? This is Brian, aka Uncle B, and yeah, we about to get into it. We are here on Goodwood University. We're gonna be talking about what we always talk about, all the good things that we need to know about men's health and sexual well-being and all that good stuff. Of course, we have you saw the tube there. We got the Wood on Demand challenge that we're about to kick off, but I wanted to make sure that we had a chance to gather together and talk about what the challenge is about and the reason why we're having that. And just to let you know, I've been having a day. I'm just, oh, I got to tell you, out here in this world, for real, guys, there are a lot of people who do not want us to succeed when it comes to our sexual health. I'm not sure what the agenda, the itinerary, the thought process is, but we are being held back in a lot of different ways in terms of getting information. I actually did a video a little while ago explaining how, as a coach, been doing this for the past 25 years, helping guys, just get better with their whole level of sexual health and everything like that. And we keep running into issues, one of the issues being that, whenever you went onto YouTube and you typed in like erection or testosterone, something like that, it would show up. I had like 4 or 5 videos in that list and everything, and it was all good. Just wanted to get the word out there. And then in September, they changed up the algorithm. They were like, you know what? We don't want you to talk about that. And we only have the doctors. We just want the people who diagnose and give pills. They are the only ones allowed to talk about it. So we're not giving up. We're not giving in. It's time for us to handle our own business when it comes to our health. Doctors are good with the diagnosis, with the giving of the pills, but we need more than that. Uh, we need more than that. We need for everything in our bodies to be working. What's going on, James? Yeah. Ah, since last year. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while. There's a lot of work going on this side. We're doing some things here. What's going on? Ali Zambia in the house. All right. Love it. Love it. So, yeah, guys. So yeah, we're going to get into the Wood on Demand challenge. If you could, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, all that good stuff that helps us, keep things moving here. And also, if you're ready to hop in on that challenge, if you look in the description below, we have a couple of things there for you to take a look at in terms of, um, you know, being able to get in on the challenge, sign up for the challenge, being able to get, some good wood, so that you can go ahead and we have the challenge coupon challenge, CHALLENGE. And we're going to be talking about Goodwood University all in together. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about it, guys. So when we talk about the reason for the Wood on Demand challenge is because, whenever you're trying to get your sexual health together, it is really all about your patterns. I mean, I sell supplements. I mean, that's part of what we do. But the thing that I learned a long time ago is your patterns that makes the difference. A lot of times, what people like to do or tend to do is just think that, you know what, I don't. I could just take a pill and that'll do it. And for a long time, we were like, "Oh yeah, that seems to work." Except for you learned this early on. We had early on it was called African Fly. Now it's called Goodwood. It's an all natural liquid aphrodisiac. You take it, it increases your testosterone, your blood flow. It's an aphrodisiac. It helps everything along. It's great for you. But we had guys it didn't work for. We were trying to figure out, okay, what just happened? Why is this not working for you, sir? And come to find out after talking to guys and just seeing what their lifestyle was like. That's the way we came up with the wood on. Sorry, we came up with the men's sexual performance scale. A scale of 1 to 10. 10 means everything works. 1 means you need to go to the hospital. 5, 6, 7 means you're unreliable. And come to find out, the guys who weren't getting the effect they were looking for, they were down there in the 2, 3, 4, 5 range, which means you need to do a lot because it's the patterns that led you up to this particular issue. Hey, Damon, what's going on with you? I am doing well. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too. But that's the issue that we have to deal with is our patterns. People like to call it lifestyle, but that's sort of nebulous. But when you say a pattern, it's like something that we can see, we can figure out, we can diagnose. And what I'm going to do today is go through a little bit of the just the basics of the challenge, but I want to really get into why this is happening. When we talk about the patterns, why is there a pattern of just about every man is going to have some issues. It used to be not as prevalent, but as time has gone on, yeah, more and more guys are having issues. And I would say this, oddly enough, it's getting worse. And when I say it's getting worse, is because I'm dealing with guys who are younger, and I'm dealing with more guys. And uh, you know, business is good, but that's not really good, unfortunately. So but let's go ahead and hop into it right quick. Let's go ahead and talk about the Wood on Demand Challenge. And basically, the way we start off is that scale I just talked to you about, is that scale of 1 to 10. 10 means everything works, one needs to go to the hospital, all that good stuff. But, it comes down to your performance score review. And so when you join us with the Goodwood Challenge, that's one of the first things we have you do, is to actually go through and take the quiz. The quiz is a quick 5-minute quiz. We just ask you some basic questions, but it's enough information so that we're able to figure out exactly what's going on. At least we have a general idea. And from there, whether you want to, how deep you want to go into it, we can actually do a call and find out, start breaking down what is it that's going on. Because if you don't know the pattern, you can give, whatever drug or supplement or whatever, it is going to eventually stop working. It doesn't matter if it's Viagra, if it's something really powerful. Viagra actually stops the blood from leaving out of your penis, which is not a good idea because doesn't deal with the main issues, your testosterone and your blood flow. And so that's what we focus in on um, when it comes to this challenge. So when you join the challenge, you can check us out at Goodwood University, and that's where we have everything men need for healthier wood and performances naturally. That's what we do, and we're good at it. And we have the supplements, of course. We want you to, we do personal consultations. We have a mastermind. Of course, we have the supplements themselves. But this is actually what you would see once you joined us with the challenge. We actually have this here. There we go. We have the Wood on Demand Challenge right here. Of course, we have the regular Goodwood University where we have a lot more information, but you spend time over here and we actually tell you exactly everything that you need to do so that you can get through this without an issue. So you can get a quick tour, you take the survey, you get a video that explains exactly what you need to do next when we'll get into the ECS 25 and the other things that really count when it comes to it. So let's start breaking this down. This is one of the things that I heard a while ago. Erections are like gray hair. You live long enough and you will have them. Erection issues are like gray hair. Live long enough, you will have them. And that's a true statement. Yeah, I have gray hair. And, even though with all the things that I learned over the years, taking supplements, et cetera, it still comes down to the exact same thing. If you're not consistent, if you don't have your patterns lined up on a regular basis, you will be on the downward spiral. You can't get away from that. Period. This is not going to happen. You have to take care of yourself because, when I was in my when I was in my 20s, no problems. When you hit 50s, you start running issues. So you have to be aware of that. So when we're looking at this, sort of messed up on my PowerPoint presentation here, but this is basically on to the left. We got your testosterone, and down below we're talking about your age. And this line here just sort of demonstrates what happens over time because basically from the age of roughly 20, 25, you start losing 1% of testosterone per year. That's if you're doing everything good. If you're adding in drinks, you got weight issues, any medical issues, it's going to accelerate that process. And yeah, this really messed up my slides here. But yeah, one of the issues is when you hit around the age of 40, that's a 40 right there, you run into aromatase, and that's the reason why it accelerates on the way down. And so that's the thing that you have to be aware of. We go through life and we're not worrying about, erection issues and things like that until we hit our, sometimes some guys worried about in their 20s, some guys in their 30s, 40s, yeah, it's there. And so one of the things that happens is you got the testosterone, it's all working for you. But when you hit that aromatase, that is when your testosterone starts turning into estrogen. And when that happens between the age of 40 and 50, it becomes a very steep decline. It's often said that women You have wives who have more testosterone than their husbands at a certain at a certain age. That's not entirely true. In fact, it's not true at all. But because men, on average, we have between a healthy range is 500 to 800 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone. And as you get older, like you say, you go through aromatase and that starts going down. Women have, on average, 50 to 70 adult women. Um, Nanograms per deciliter of testosterone. So we're never going to get to the point. If you have, as a man, if you have anywhere near 100 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone, you have serious issues going on. And so this is the area that you have to be concerned with. I mean, when you're younger, you're not thinking about it, but that line that I was showing you to begin with, when it gets over here in this red zone, the danger zone for men, if you're not paying attention, it will accelerate regardless. If you are paying attention, you can do some things. But this other blue line, this is the real line. This is like most guys are not doing as well. And as they go down, it becomes an issue because you weren't starting off high to begin with. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that real quick, just so you understand exactly, uh, where we are when it comes to taking care of our health. Hey, what's going on, Brandon? Uh huh. DC in the house. All right, real king up in here. Got the muscle activation. That's what we're talking about. So yeah, what I want you guys to do, of course, please go ahead into the link. Check out that first link right there to join the Goodwood On Demand challenge. Because what we're going to be doing, the most important thing that I've learned over the years, guys, hands down, you can know all this. I know all this information. There's a lot of guys who follow me who get a lot of this information, but it just happened to, I was talking to a barber. That was the first time in that barber shop. He recognized me. He was like, "Hey, you the guy from," yeah, that's me. And, and so we got to talking, and he, had been listening. He had dropped like 60 pounds, doing well, but he was still having issues. And that's because he wasn't tweaking things. It's like, well, the weight was one issue, but we got to talking, and it was like, well, the things that he was still eating was still going to cause him issues. So yeah, you dropped 60 pounds, but he still had another 40 to go to be at a healthy weight. And also he was still eating a lot of meat, a lot of processed meat, and a lot of sugars. And it's like if you don't take care of those things, if you don't know those things, that's the most dangerous thing. If you don't know, that's dangerous. If you don't know how to take care of it, it becomes worse. And the best way to take care of it, guys, is in a group. Period. Anything that you want to do well in life, what does that say? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with people. And that's what we want to have for you. So the whole thing with the university, the whole thing with the uh, uh, having the challenge is so that we're in a group and we're able to back each other up. I mean, because I know a lot of information, but I don't know everything. I've never had prostate cancer. I've never had diabetes, and so we're talking with. I've been pre-diabetic, but another story. But when you're in there with other guys who were like able to, okay, you know what, I had this problem, and so let me go ahead and share my experience, and you're going to learn things. I didn't know that when you went to get a prostate surgery, that they actually assign you a counselor. And the reason for that is, especially if you're married or just doing whatever. But if you're married, you're talking about going from after that surgery, you may not be able to perform for a year. We're talking about at minimum a few months, a year, possibly 2 years, and if things don't go well, we're talking about for the rest of your life. And so you want to avoid obviously having prostate issues to begin with. But one of the interesting things that the counselors were saying is that it's not just that that the women would say, "Oh no, he doesn't perform anymore. I'm going to leave." It's actually guys who will leave because and it took me a while to try to figure it out, wrap my head around it, but talk to a couple of guys and they were like, well, basically it comes down to this: if I'm seeing her all the time, I want to have sex, and I'm strained because I know she wants to. We were affectionate before, but now we don't. And how is she feeling? And the weight of not being able to fulfill their end of the bargain, if you will, because of the surgery weighs on them so much that they decide to leave themselves, or other things happen. And so you need to have uh, other pieces, as a part of the whole program. So that's the reason why we have the Wood on Demand Challenge. But of course, as we always do, I do want to answer some questions. I had a couple of questions that came up earlier that I do want to hop into. And one of them was concerning diabetes, um, and just what happens with diabetes in terms of your erections. And one of the things that a lot of guys don't realize, one, uh, is that diabetes is reversible, despite what unfortunately a lot of doctors say. And two, is that when it comes to diabetes, a lot of the times erection issues are because over 50% of men with type 2 diabetes have low testosterone. And so that's all a part of the whole ecosystem. And that's one of the things that's really important to pay attention to when it comes to your sexual health. It's not just one piece of equipment, it's your entire body. And so, a lot of times you'll hear like they have different things like, okay, we have this wand. They got a wand that they'll use, and it's like, okay, it's going to do some electricals, pulses and things like that. So it's going to, basically it's saying it's going to free up blood flow because you're more or less shocking uh, your cells down there to allow blood to flow. The unfortunate thing is that that's not the only part of your body. The rest of your body has blood flow issues. If your erections have blood flow issues, then you have blood flow issues, and so you're going to run into problems. And so, yeah, you really do want to pay attention to, not just that one piece of equipment. That is the canary in the coal mine. And that canary, you know, it's letting you know. It's like the whole thing about a canary in the coal mine. Canaries have a very sensitive smell, and they're chirping all the time. And there's, when it comes to a particular gas that's in coal mines that's lethal, they'll sense it first and die. And so you're talking about guys who are going from like, yeah, just listening to when it's silent, it's like, uh-oh, get out. So that's the same thing when it comes to your erections. If you're having issues already, it's going to start piling up because it's like, well, that's an erection. That's a sign saying, hey, something's wrong. And so there's even studies that show, guys end up with heart attacks, with other issues, with other medical issues, because that let them know that, hey, it's time to stop and take care of some things, and they didn't do that. And so they ran into more and more issues as it was going along. So yeah, it's really important that you do pay attention to if you're having erection issues, it can become problematic down the road. So yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead, put those in the comment section. And once again, this is Brian, aka Uncle B. This is a Goodwood University. And we're talking about our Wood on Demand Challenge, to help guys get erections in 30 days or less. And this is very possible. One of the things I want to make sure that I emphasize to you guys, because I run into guys who've had issues for years, and they come into that thought process that, I'll never be able to get back to, where I was before. I'm here to let you know there's a lot of guys, tons of guys. I mean, of course, there's some situations where it's not as successful. Because there's other things. So I won't get into too deep into that. But things it's going to be okay. If you're having erection issues, it's going to be okay. It's just a matter of making sure we figure out what you're doing right now, what caused the problem, and that what we do is reverse engineer that situation so you get back to what you need to be. Because you do have to understand, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is a conspiracy theory to me, uh, because we see it. It's like, it's very difficult for you rarely hear commercials talking about men's health issues, because I know this for a fact because I deal in this area. They consider that anytime you talk about men's health issues, it's always just sex. Women can have tampons, they can have wings. I've been seeing that since I was 7 years old on TV commercials. But when it comes to men, if you just put a condom commercial up, oh my God, a condom commercial. If you talk about it in any way, shape, or form, there's an issue when there shouldn't be an issue. I mean, it's just a body part, just like any other part of your body. If you have an issue with your thumb, you get your thumb taken care of. If you have a problem with your erections, you need to have your erections taken care of. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you out, because in the past, it may not have worked out well for you, in terms of, I tried this, I tried that, you tried this pill, I tried this supplement, it didn't work for you. And, there's a reason for that. It's because you didn't have this information. You didn't think that, you needed all the backing, the information up front so you know exactly what's going on. Because, there are people, like I said, who just like, hey, I'd rather sell you a pill. They'd rather you go to a gas station, just get a pill, rather spend money at the doctors. I mean, there are natural supplements, there are natural products out there that can help you. But, if you don't know about it, of course, what are you going to do about it? So, we're here to support you in getting to your goals. That's what the whole Wood on Demand Challenge is about. So go ahead and go into the description. And, we have the link there so you can join in on the process, join in on the challenge. Basically, the challenge comes down to we're going to set up a goal in 5 different areas, and within those 5 different areas, you'll be able to pick your own goal. We're talking about energy, sleep, exercise, intermittent fasting, and soul. When we talk about energy, we're talking about, what goes into your body, whether it's liquid, if it's solid, or if it's supplements, food, whatever. We're trying to get you to a more natural state, if you will. And with that, you'll be able to get to the point where you don't have to worry about this anymore because you're taking in the right stuff. Your sleep is highly important when it comes to just getting better. I mean, when you think about it, you have energy, and then the energy combines and multiplies while you're asleep. You're using the energy while you're awake. While you're sleeping, it combines and multiplies. That's the reason why your testosterone levels are highest first thing in the morning, because of the things you did the day before. But if you don't get that sleep in, problematic. So for the guys who have sleep issues, we talk about that. We talk about the gear that you can have, whether it's I have my blue light blocker glasses right here. Whether have understand the temperature in the room, all the different things, the rituals that you need for your sleep. We go through all of that. We identify for you, personally for you, exactly what's needed. Same thing for exercise. What are the best exercises for you to get healthy, and for intermittent fasting, how to do it so it's not stressful. And also for, your soul, in terms of your stress levels and everything, what can you do specifically to get better? So that's what we have for the Wood on Demand Challenge. I challenge you to go ahead and sign up. Of course, you can get good wood. For the challenge, we have good wood at 20% off. 20% off. Just use the word challenge in the coupon code, and you will be able to take a discount there. So it's really important for you guys to understand exactly what you can do. It is not an issue that you can't get over. It just takes some work, but it takes specific things that you do. We tell you all these things. We're taking 25 years of information, rolling it up to something that you can do day after day after day. It's not meant to be difficult. It's meant to be something that you can end up. Our goal is, at the end of the day, what you're walking away with is a blueprint for the rest of your life. We're talking about, now you understand exactly what you need to do. You understand your patterns. You understand how to score yourself every day. So even if you're not, I write it down. I write down my scores. Even if you're not writing down your scores, you understand what you've been doing, what you're missing. You understand your patterns. You understand food injuries. It's like, hey, I ate this and then this happened. You need to understand how to pay attention to those things. We tell you how to do all of that in here. So, but yeah, I didn't want this to be just a a nice good wood on demand challenge. Though I commercial, though I do want you to go ahead and sign up. But yeah, go ahead, hit me in the comment section, ask questions. It's really important that we share information around here. What we're going to be getting back to, we did this a couple of times. It was we had some issues, but we're going to work that out. And that is, we're going to start with the call-ins. So what I'd like to do, if you wanted to, you can actually hop in and uh, uh, you could hop in and join me here, and we could actually you could cam up and we could talk. But some guys just want to call in, and so we'll have that call in situation set up so that you can call in, and we'll be able to talk to you. I'll be able to talk to you directly. We're going to have some other people coming through to work with us in terms of just making sure we have some extra expertise up in here, because I've talked to some great folks who have um, a lot of information. This is one of the guys right here, Drew Manning, from Fit to Fat to Fit. Uh, had a talk with him a while ago, did an interview, and it was great. And we'll have him and some other folks come on during this challenge just to give you some inspiration and some insights into what you can do to get better. All right, sounds good. So, um, all right. I recognize this is a Monday. Doesn't look like a lot of people want to get in just with all the conversation. I understand. It's Monday. But I did want to get this out there to you. Go ahead and sign up. Also, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's wonderful. If you don't have any questions, this is Goodwood University office hours. We'll be doing this at 7 p.m. for the next few weeks, Monday through Friday. Just going to have a subject on here, and we're going to get into it and make sure you have all the information you need, and make sure you hop on and you got some good questions and bring those in. So, all right, fellas, this has been great. I appreciate your time. Please, if you have any questions or anything, you can leave those in the comment section on YouTube or on Facebook. We will get back to you. That's what we do around here. And once again, if you haven't, this is Brian, aka Uncle B. This is Goodwood University Radio, the podcast, the show, and that's all I got to say for now. So, my guys, stay healthy, my friends. This is Uncle B saying, get your game up and go hard. Peace out.